Hey guys, a lot of you have posted questions about the little pendants and goodies that I put on my hair bows. They're Shrinky Dink ones, and I figured since I've got a few minutes and Kennedy is not crying, we would go ahead and do a video on Shrinky Dinks, or at least give you my opinion on Shrinky Dinks and how I go about making mine. First thing I want to let you know is there are two different kinds of Shrinky Dink paper. You have the Shrinky Dink version, and you have a inkjet shrink film version, and they are totally different. This one you can stamp on or color on or use markers and put it in the oven, and it's fine, but you can't put it in a printer. Now, if you want to print off your own images, like the ones that I make here, this little guy, you will need the inkjet version. And 6 sheets come in a pack, and 8.5 by 11 is the size. But these can go in your printer, and they won't smudge or smear or any of that good stuff. But yes, these are the two that we're working with. Today we're going to be working with the inkjet version, so you can make little doodads for your hair bows. And these are Shrinky Dinks, but these are what, this is a good idea because you can't always find like the perfect resin or the perfect button. But if you have Shrinky Dink paper, you can make your own, and all you need is a free editing software and Google. You can Google images, and yeah, but these are what we're gonna make. Cool. Here are the two different types of Shrinky Dinks. Of course, this is the original Shrinky Dink paper, and this is the one that you can draw on or stamp on, but it is not able to go in your inkjet printer. And this is the inkjet version of the Shrinky Dinks, and I always buy the white, but they also have the clear transparent version. You get 6 sheets of 8.5 by 11 inch paper, the same size as just a normal sheet of copy paper. And these are just what the two packages look like, so you'll know the difference. You want the inkjet version if you're going to be printing them in your printer. And here are just some examples of the Shrinky Dinks that I have completed over the last couple of days. Got this Keep Calm, and here's some that I bought, a little scarecrow, and we got a Monster High. But as you can see, they get hard, so you don't have to worry about them. But these are the Shrinky Dinks. Okay guys, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to open up a new document, 8.5 by 11 inches, in your editing software. And again, you can find free software online, or I'm using Photoshop. You'll need this this new document, and you'll need to manually insert your images into this document. And I can fit generally 4 to 6 images on my sheet. You'll want all of your images on one sheet when you print them out, because if you're going to do it one by one, you're going to be wasting all of that Shrinky Dink paper, and we don't want to do that. So the sizes that I use are about 3 inches if I'm doing them for a bow center, and then I make them 4 to 5 inches if I'm doing a pendant. And remember, your Shrinky Dink, once it goes in the oven, is going to shrink tremendously. I'm going to show you an example of how small the actual Shrinky Dink is going to be versus your image. But you will need to resize your images. Okay, and after you have resized your images, we are going to need to lighten each image, because once they go into the oven and they shrink down, they automatically get darker. So again, go into your editing software, and you're going to need to go to your saturation or your lightness and just lighten them up just a bit. Don't go overboard, but you don't want them dark, because they are going to darken once they go into the oven.
Okay, and I highly recommend before you print on your actual Shrinky Dink paper, I recommend that you do a practice run on your printer on a regular sheet of paper just to see how everything is going to print. Sometimes I mess up my settings and I forget to change it if I print like bottle caps or other items. But yes, go ahead and do a practice on a regular sheet of paper. That way you know you're good before you start on your inkjet Shrinky Dink paper, because those things are not cheap and you only have 6 if you just bought 1 pack. But this is the size they're gonna be. If I did these 3 inches, they're 3 inches tall, each one of these, and you've got enough room to do a couple more. You can probably fit 4 to 6 images depending on the size. Again, these are 3 inches, and let me show you what they're gonna look like. Here's the carrot that I did from this exact image, and see if you can see it shrinks up tremendously. This is the actual size, and this was the printed size. So see, this is what it's going to shrink up to be. So yeah, these are 3 inches, and this is what I got, about 1 inch. And let's see another one. Here's this one to give you an idea of how small they're going to be. And let's see, did this guy too? See? But yeah, go ahead and do a practice run on your regular paper before you start printing them. Okay, here's a sheet that I just completed. I'm going to use these for pendants on a necklace, so I made them a little bit bigger. These are about 4 inches. And we got some peas and carrots, keep calm, and then we got this little minion guy. And this is on the Shrinky Dink paper. All you want to do now is take your scissors and just trim carefully around each image. Make sure there is no white left on your image. Just trim it up really good. And once you have them trimmed out, you're going to heat your oven at 325. That's what I heat mine on. And you're going to need a clean baking sheet. If your baking sheet is not the cleanest in the bunch, you can get a piece of parchment paper and put on top of your baking sheet. But you want a clean slate for your Shrinky Dinks to lay on, because you don't want any gunk getting on them. So go ahead and preheat the oven to 325, and then we will lay these out on our baking sheet and start baking. Okay, now you just want to bake your Shrinky Dinks at 325 for 1 minute and 30 seconds, or until the Shrinkies are completely flattened. Now, if you are nosy like me and happen to open your stove and notice that they're all shriveled up, don't worry, that's totally normal. They're going to shrivel up before they go back flat. But they will go back flat, so you need to leave them in there until they are just completely flat. Once they are flat, take them out and allow them to cool. Okay guys, 1 minute and 30 seconds later, you'll have your Shrinky Dinks. Aren't those cute? And now you can put them in the center of your hair bow. And I recommend putting like a little piece of felt right on the back before you press it into the center, just so it stays a little bit better. And also, if you do plan to use these for necklaces, for pendants, you'll need to put your hole in your Shrinky Dink before you put these in the oven. You'll just need a regular office hole punch, just one of those little handheld hole punches, and just put it right here at the top. But whatever you do, do this before you bake them. And this is what they look like. Now they're ready to go on hair bows. Cute, cute, cute.